Hello there, Board Game Maniacs, and thanks for this showcase video. I've been super busy with building terrain. This is my first Warhammer 40k Necron inspired terrain commission that we did here at Board Game Maniacs. So let's take a look at what we built. You can see there's a lot on the table here. The client who wanted this, he wanted to have some buildings that block line of sight, as well as some scattered terrain. And to be honest, I've never ever built any Necron terrain from scratch, or 40k terrain for that matter, but I figured we do board games, we do tabletop games, we do painting videos, and we also do terrain and table builds too as well on the channel, so why not do commission work for building terrain? So if anybody out there who's watching this video and they're interested in getting us, Board Game Maniacs, to do some commission terrain work for you, we are in Ontario, Canada, just so you're aware. You can email us at boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. Very easy. The link's in the description below too as well. If you're interested in getting some terrain, whether it be 40k, whether it be Project Z, whether it be The Walking Dead All Out War, Fallout, what have you. We will certainly look at what you want, and we'll certainly try to build it. And if we don't think we can build it, we'll be right up front and say, hey, I'm sorry, but this is way too out of our league. And that's it. So right now, I'm going to go in a little bit closer shot for everything. Just be aware too as well, none of these are MDF kits. This is all built from scratch. Everything on this table. You see here we got some ruins. I don't know exactly what you would call this, but all I did is I googled Necron terrain and I found a whole bunch of different pictures, because there are tons and tons of pictures out there for Necron stuff, and I just took images and I kind of built off of that, and that's what it is. So this here is made out of foam. You know, it's a good thickness. It's got a base to it, a nice base, not going to warp. And there's 6 of these right here, I think. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them I built there. Also too as well is I built some crystals, because what I understand is you can't have a Necron game without some crystals. Almost everybody who plays Necrons uses crystals in one form or another. So I decided to make some crystals. Again, these are made out of foam, and they got the hardboard backing too as well, so there's no warping. And also everything is all sealed with a little bit of Mod Podge, PVA glue, and then it's all sealed at the end so the paint job lasts. These crystals are probably my favorite out of everything that you see here on the table. I use a different type of airbrush paint. You can see it's kind of glimmery, but it's just painting effects. It's like a pearl green, a dark green, and then I transition from dark green to a medium to a lighter green and to a bright green. And where it is on like the black and gray dry brush base, it kind of just makes everything pop and stand out more and more. I really like how these turned out. Like I said, they were not difficult at all to build. And, you know, it was a lot of fun to really put my head around how I'm going to paint this to make them look really nice. One thing I've seen too as well online is all these crystals everybody makes, and if they're made out of the foam, they make the foam look nice and smooth. It's all nice and smooth. There's no indents except for the cuts and everything you do. I kind of took a different approach to it, and what I did is I made it out of the open cell foam, which is like a whole bunch of different bubbles, and it has all the bumps, because if you can look in closer you can see all these little indents and bumps. I just made it differently because that'd be really cool to give the texture, like you can hear it, texture to the crystal instead of having the nice and smooth. I know the crystal is supposed to be smooth. They come from the earth, and I just wanted to give a little bit of a difference to it again from where I painted it with the pearl paint onto it as well. It kind of, the texture and then the shimmering of the pearl, it just made things pop even more. Now these things, I don't know what exactly they're called, but I've seen pictures online and I'm like, hey, these look pretty cool, I'm going to make these. And all of them have Necron symbols too as well. So, you know, again, this is made out of foam. Excuse me, it's been a long day. They're made of foam, and they got the hardboard backing, and again, everything is all sealed. And I made 8 of these, I think. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of those. Let's look at the buildings now. Again, this is the scatter terrain that we built. So now I'm going to go on to the building. Here's a shot of one of the buildings. It's kind of like an energy, this is what I would explain it now. It's like an energy depot where this is containing all the energy for the Necrons. And then you have like the gates up top where they can stand guard and so forth. They got the ladder to get up. Really cool. Underneath here, you can't really tell on camera. It's kind of dark. But I painted a green. And then on top of the green, then I painted like the grading and put it over to it. So when you're playing, you know, different angles, you see, you're going to see the bright green fluorescent behind it. So that was a lot of fun making that one. And again, they're all super light. Combination, there's no, the only wood on this is for the stand. And as the ladder, I should say, and also the base. Now, there's another one too as well. I like painting the buildings with some like electrical bolts or just some lines to give it a little bit more texture, and you can see there's little dots on here too as well. It's kind of sporadic throughout. And again, this is all made out of foam. This one here is 100% foam except for the ring around here. This is made out of wood. And again, the wood here too as well for the base. Go on to this one. I really like this building too as well. Now this here is foam as well as cardboard and also wood. It has one door and it's a two-story. This definitely is a line of, it's going to block a line of sight. Very easy. And if I just grab this a little closer, take a look at the other sides. I really had fun painting these buildings. I really liked how they turned out with the different types of variants of texture, because I got the black dot texture and little hints of green fluorescent dots too as well. And then, you know, like every other Necron building that I've seen online, all the corners are all highlighted with the green just to make it all stand out. And again, we have a door right here. Really cool. I like the door. I liked how it turned out. And this here is probably my favorite building in the mall, and this is kind of like a sacrificial chamber building. I don't know, that's what I kind of thought of when I designed this one. So you can see you got your big steps going up, and they got the etched in Necron symbols, and they got like a gang walkway that you go up to this sacrificial part. And these have the runes, just like the other runes here too as well. And in here is where they would sacrifice, you know, throw them into there to melt them down to make more Necrons or whatever. Again, I don't really know the story of Necrons. I could be totally wrong, which I probably am. But in either case, like, it's a sacrificial chamber. It could be anything. That's what I had in mind when I created it. So you can see here it's got some nice ribs texture going on to the back and the one side too as well. Yeah, like, I really like this one. I thought it turned out pretty cool. I'm hoping the client will enjoy this. I already sent some pictures of the build to them and they seem to really like it. So I just kept going. So, and last building I made is just like a small one-story structure, which also blocks line of sight too as well. Got a fancy shiny glowy door here. And again, you can see Necron inspired, super light, and that's again with hardboard and foam and a little bit of cardboard too as well. That one there, same thing with this. It's foam, wood, and a little bit of cardboard on top. So pretty simple, interesting build, I have to say. And I already explained everything else, so that's it. That is the first Warhammer 40k Necron commission that Board Game Maniacs have done. And just closing again, just to reiterate and repeat what I said at the first of the video, and that is, if you are interested in getting Board Game Maniacs to build any terrain for you, just email us at boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. Again, the link is in the description. Let us know what you're looking for. We'll see what we can do. And we'll do it. Like, this build in total, it probably took us maybe 7 days from start to finish to get this all completely 100% finalized. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Very challenging. We didn't have to really do it in 7 days, but I kind of put that emphasis on getting it built and out the door on the 7th day. So tomorrow will be the 7th day. Again, that will in total be 7 days because this is the 6th day of the build. But it took a whole week to get this done and plugging at it until it's all finished, and that is it. So comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this terrain. And again, for all you veteran terrain builders out there, if you can give me any words of advice, constructive criticism, by all means, please comment down below and let me know. So that, you know, moving forward when I build more terrain for Board Game Maniacs or anybody else who's interested in building, wanting it built, I'll be like, hey, well, thank you very much. And when I say not constructive criticism, I mean specifically Necron, because it is Necron terrain. I've seen a lot of, I showed the build photos when I was building it to a lot of people, and they all said, yeah, I didn't have to say anything. Yeah, it's Necron. So I do know it looks like Necron, and from all the research I'm doing online too as well. So again, I'm starting to ramble on for the closing, like usual. But anyhow, thanks for watching this video. Email us, comment down below, share, like, and if you didn't subscribe to the channel yet, I don't know why you didn't, but if not, hit the subscribe and bell notification because we have lots of videos onto our channel, and we're continuing shooting every single week. We release at least 1 to 2 videos every week, maybe more, but it's never under, we always release 1 video a week at least. So there you go. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, have some fun, build some terrain, and contact us if you want us to build any terrain for you. Again, remember, Ontario, Canada, that is where we're located. And thank you very much, and I'll see you in the flip side. And remember, most important thing of all, and that is, be a maniac. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Boo! Necrons. Boo!